Guys, welcome to Class of Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. Today's video is on weird rock star movie roles. Everywhere from Mick Jagger to Ringo Starr to Gene Simmons. They played some weird roles. Actually, several of these movies I'd never even heard of. I'm going to look the one up from Gene Simmons because it's got George Clooney in it. I went to school with George Clooney. I didn't even know he made the movie. But it's supposed to be a cult classic. Let's take a look. And we'll start with Ringo Starr in The Caveman. Ringo Starr has always had a breezy comedy charm, so it makes sense that he decided to star in a comedy. Makes less sense that it was a comedy about prehistoric cavemen in which almost all dialogue is delivered in wordless caveman-style grunts. Director Carl Gottlieb, who is best known for writing the scripts for Jaws, Caveman features pre-fame performances by Shelley Long and Dennis Quaid along with Starr, and maybe they all did a great job. It's tough to tell in a movie where all the dialogue is delivered in gibberish. Despite not terrible box office earnings, it was the first and last major Hollywood film to go with the all-grunting approach. And Starr's future performances all involved actual words. Bob Dylan in Hearts of Fire. In the late 80s, Bob Dylan was looking to come back from his poorly received gospel phase, but he will likely never have an answer as to why he decided to accomplish that through appearing in Hearts of Fire, a musical dramedy where he appears as a washed-up rock star with a dangly earring caught up in a love triangle involving Rupert Everett and his singly named Fiona. The film was so poorly received that it was pulled from UK theaters after 2 weeks and only given a 1-week release in the US. Perhaps that's because Dylan fans heard musical and Dylan and assumed the film would primarily focus on Dylan singing. However, most of the singing in the film is done by Fiona, an aspiring rock starlet. Rupert Everett plays an eyeliner-smeared new wave type singer. Dylan barely sings, and despite a deal to write 4 new songs for the soundtrack, he only delivered 3, one of which was on a cover. Or perhaps the film was poorly received. Just because it was so bad, Dylan barely remembered making it. As he told BBC during a promotional interview for the film, "I don't even know the scenes in the movie, to tell you the truth. They're all good, I guess." Gene Simmons in Red Surf. Gene Simmons had a fun sideline in B-movies, playing a radio DJ in a cheapy 86 horror movie Trick or Treat, intriguingly named Velvet Von Ragnar in the 86 action flick Never Too Young to Die. Simmons' time in Red Surf is similar to his previous roles, a small character part that doesn't require him to do much more than act coolly grizzled. But it's notable for its other star, a post-facts of life but pre-ER George Clooney, who plays a young drug-dealing surf thug looking to make one last big score before he becomes a family man. Things go predictably poorly for Clooney and his associates, including Simmons, who plays an older dealer named Doc. Quentin Tarantino is an avowed fan of the film, which is probably proof that it's a very weird movie. But he liked it so much he asked Clooney to audition for Reservoir Dogs based on his performance in it. Clooney didn't get that job, but I think things turned out for him okay. Mick Jagger and Free Jack. Jagger has a strong film track record. His 1968 performance set the bar for portrayals of decadent rock stars on film, and his turn as a 19th century criminal in 1970's Ned Kelly showed that he could play characters who didn't have their own guitars or groupies. Roles he almost landed are just as intriguing. He was cut from the profoundly troubled production of Fitzcarraldo and almost played Dr. Frank in Furter in Rocky Horror. So, in an acting career primarily dedicated to art and prestige films, his appearance in the 1992 time travel action film Free Jack is a bit of a head-scratcher. First, there's the movie plot. In a not-too-distant future, wealthy people who are on death's door hire time-traveling assassins to go into the past and kidnap healthy people who are about to die in freak accidents. Then they transport said healthy people to the future where they are murdered, so the terminally ill person's consciousness can be placed inside their dead body. Now, do you follow? Well, if so, you're only one, as the film currently has a 25% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Art Garfunkle in Boxing Helena. Art Garfunkle's post-music career in film had a number of high points. He was nominated for a Golden Globe in 1971's Carnal Knowledge, and his work in the divisive 1980 Nicholas Roeg film Bad Timing was acclaimed, even as some people thought the movie was scandalous. But it turns out whatever scandal Garfunkel courted with Bad Timing was barely a rumble compared to the controversy around 1993's Boxing Helena. Why was it so controversial? Well, first, there's the plot, which concerns a surgeon who kidnaps a woman, holds her hostage in his mansion, and slowly amputates all her limbs so she can't run away. Sound like a gory slasher film? Wasn't supposed to be. Directed by David Lynch's daughter, Jennifer, it was supposed to be in the vein of the high-budget erotic thrillers that were popular in the era. The film's controversial profile rose before it was even filmed, when both Madonna and Kim Basinger backed out of the title role. Basinger had great personal expense, as a producer sued her for several $1,000,000 and won. Garfunkle had a supporting role as a colleague of the kidnapping surgeon. However, you'll likely never get a chance to assess his performance, as the film is not only not streaming anywhere, but it isn't even bouncing around the internet in bootleg versions. If you're a Garfunkle fan, it's probably for the best. Remember him from Bridge Over Troubled Water, and not this. I just think, some of these B movies, actually, Return of the Killer Tomatoes, it starred George Clooney. I thought that was hilarious. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, very funny. But they're low budget, and they're meant to be stupid, and that's what I got, kind of a stupid sense of humor. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Do you have any favorites that I didn't mention? Let me know. Please subscribe. Please like this video. You guys have a great day. God bless you. Praying for you.